Alright, boys, today we're going to be looking at blue units. Last time we looked at red units. I am recording this right after the other one, if you can't tell by the time. And I looked at the blue units. It's kind of difficult. I haven't super made up my mind. I was just looking at them so I could I could have an idea of who I want to put where. And blue units are very all over the place. I think green is going to be the most difficult because green has every unknown unit. But blue is really strong. Blue used to be the best type for the longest time when it was like Goddess and the one running around. Like everyone was like, okay, if they release it like a red unit, they're dead on release, unless they're super broken. So it's gonna be difficult, but we're gonna see. There's a lot of really good units here, and a lot of units that just aged out. Which Tarmriel, I'm gonna put him up there, right? Because I don't know yet. I don't know what my top 7 is yet, but I'm gonna put him up there. I'm gonna hit this guy. Nah, not in PvP. This is a PvP oriented list, okay? So don't get your hopes up to see some funky picks. I tried Brawl Bond in PvP. It don't work. Trust. Estarossa, of course, he's gonna be somewhere there. You know, maybe like at the bottom. Not that good of a unit. Yeah, blue units, I mean, I might even put a lane on there. It's so weird, like they're just so all over the place. It's so hard, and there's like a lot of niches. I'm not gonna put him on the list, I think, because you can definitely get to champ. You can get to champ 1 with like a team of SRs probably. I don't know if I want to put him in there, but we'll see. I mean, he'll go there. With demons, it's also so difficult. They're so inflated by Estarossa now, right? Like Estarossa just made a lot of demons. Well, like you have a double AoE or you have an AoE, you're good already. Like it doesn't matter what you do. Like as you have an AoE, you're good. All right, that's how it works, and that's weird. Galen, I guarantee you, and I don't guarantee you, but he might genuinely be the top 7. And people sleep on him, and that's very fair and understandable. But like people need to stop sleeping on him. I think I got most units that I want. Chad King and Eva Lilia, and then. I don't know if I want to put Cusack on the list. Where is Lilia? Oh, brother. I don't want to put Cusack on the list. Cusack is good and all, but he's not that guy. Unfortunately, and his Holy Relic sucks. So his Holy Relic is like a 20% damage increase, which is not good. It's 8% crit damage, which translates to 20% damage increase on 1 card out of his 3, right? Of his 2 cards in Ultimate. It translates to 1 card only, and it's not that good. It's just that 1 card. So if you don't draw it, then you don't have a Holy Relic. Very bad, very bad, very bad. Like design for him. It should have been not crit damage, but like if he doesn't crit, increased damage, right? And it should have worked in PvE too, and then he would have been even better for bird and like deer and stuff. Yeah, blue units, man, it really is difficult. There is not like many like super correct ones, but there's so many like mid-range ones, like stuff that used to be really good, stuff that people used to be like really afraid of, and people used to run. I mean, I can put Ludo there, right? But like, I feel like Ludo was really good a few months ago when the meta was ult rush, so he would out CC everyone. But nowadays, like him not having high CC is an issue. It really is difficult. Milim generally is on here too. Like I've used Milim. Like Milim is so cracked into bond teams. It's so difficult. Like blue units don't have any like standout great units. So you have Chandler still. Okay, I almost forgot about Chandler. I'm gonna look at blue units again in a second, and then we'll see what I'm like if I missed out on any like important ones that I can't think of for some reason. The one and Goddess Liz are not making it, by the way. I'm not putting them on there. They're not like I think they're both worse than Galen. Goddess Liz, now I'll put her on there. As an honorable mention, maybe. I mean, I don't think she's that good, but like maybe I can put her on there. And then that's really it. She should be like here. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Because this is sorted by release. All right, a lot of blue units. Who are we cutting? All right, let's go the order first. Okay, Estarossa is definitely easily the best unit here, right? He's the best, by far the best. I think he's overall the best PvP unit in Grand Cross right now. He's so strong. And he's good into every team. He's good into Reinhardt because he has type advantage. He's good into Unknown because they suck, even though they're green. And in mirror matchups, there's a lot of different demon teams you can use that would impact the mirror matchup, right? I think Chandler wins against demons, but I don't think Chandler wins against like Reinhardt per se. But I think like a Trader Melee Zeldris comp, they win against Reinhardt, but they lose to most other demon teams unless you open up like double trigger melee AoE, in which case you just win turn 1. But it's really difficult. And then like Elaine is, I think as a unit, is really strong, but she doesn't work because of Red Tarmiel. Because you know, like, you want to run her with Chad King or the other King, and they want to do AoEs, and that doesn't work against Red Tarmiel that well. And even though like her buff card's really good, I think her cards are really good, I don't think she works that well, sadly. If you get like really good fairies, then she will be really good, but right now she's just not effective. Like even though her kit's really good, you can't make use of her kit because there's no good fairies. So I'm gonna put her and King at the back. I'm so sad to put King at the back because he's not that bad. Okay, I think we can put Milim out. I think, yeah, Milim is an honorable mention, but I don't like being 2 rows. The second best, I think, would just be Margaret. Margaret's so good. Goddess team, she works perfectly. I don't think I have to explain. She gives them a good buff. Her AoE is not super bad. Her grace is really good still, and her the fact that she can cleanse on a rank 1 is really strong too. Her ultimate's super strong, really good, and she works super well with Archangels. I mean, it's pretty, it's self-explanatory. Next up, I actually might even put Chandler. Like Chandler is so strong with his Holy Relic. He's just so dominant. Like he puts up like as long as like he has the issue that I was talking about in my red unit video, where every stance character except Diane has a 1 turn stance on a rank 1, and if this was 2 turns. At least on a rank 2, if it was 2 turns, this would, if this was 2 turns on a rank 2, this would be so strong, but it's not. And that's my like issue with it, but it is really, like, it is still like really strong. And like once he does this, like you have his Holy Relic, you don't take damage anymore. It's so strong. It shuts down Reinhardt completely, but you can't like stop ult rush that well, and you can't kill them that quick, so like they usually win anyway, I think, in my experience. But yeah, I mean, he's really strong. I might put him here. It's so hard. It's so hard. If I do how I feel, like just from looking at them, like who I'd be the most afraid of going up against, like if they have them, it would be. Now, how do I evaluate Ludo? Do I evaluate him only when he works or when he doesn't work, or both? Right? I think both is fair. And right now in the meta, most teams just use CC feed except Reinhardt, and Reinhardt's team has so much health that it doesn't matter if you lower their stats that much. So I don't think he actually makes it. I think he's actually out. And that's why I can actually like also take out the fairies. And yes, Gallon I think is better. You can actually I don't care what you guys. I'm gonna mute the word Gallon on this video. I don't care. Oh right, okay, I missed one important blue unit that everyone's been screaming at. And that's some Merlin, and she's better than a lot of these units. Again, and the same reason as the thing, attack steal is just really strong, but she also dissolves at the same time as attack stealing, so you can't ult rush and you can't attack if stuff goes well. So I actually might put her here. Yeah, okay, I actually did forget about her. Okay, I'm sorry, but still, I think Tarma gets cut here. Tarma used to be so oppressive for the longest time. You can probably still the only reason I'm not like. I'm so like unsure about him is because I feel like he should still be really strong, because nothing really changed. But at the same, no, I've seen Nagito showcase him like when he got his relic, because that's like I haven't like used him since he got his relic, but I've seen showcase like a lot of matches too, and I have faced him around the time he got his Holy Relic, and the fact that he's relegated to a backline unit at best now on a Goddess team, it probably says enough. But he is, I don't know. If we get like some correct like defense support, then maybe he comes back. But yeah, actually, yeah. For just straight up PvP, not that good. I think he's good in Guild Wars though. Still, I don't know. So who do we cut here? I'm not cutting Gallon because I need to make this a statement. I'll probably cut Goddess Liz. Yeah, probably cut Goddess Liz. Goddess Liz is unfortunately not that guy. She is really strong. But you don't like what, you're gonna run her over Light Liz on an Archangel team? No. And where else are you gonna run her? Exactly. So that's her issue. I think her kit's still really strong though. Like it's the more aggressive the meta is, the better her kit is, right? So during ult rush she was kind of worthless, but right now she's really strong again because a revive is just really strong, and like a meta where people just like one shot you. Turn 1. Zeldris is not that good. I think Zeldris is slightly better than Gallant maybe, but I think that this is how I like it. This creature is stupid. Just how much stats it gets and how much damage it ends up doing. Debuff for line, but debuff, like getting debuffs in Grand Class is really easy, so it doesn't really matter. And then this guy, AoE Infect, is really strong with how much healing we have. It cucks red Tarmiel too, so even though you still like can't attack twice else you get disabled, you can at least kill units now, right? So that's like super huge for the demon team. It helps them like be more aggressive. And then Gallon's Coerce is broken. Alright, let's say Estarossa is your win condition, right? Turn 1, you ult rush with him, right? Because you managed to like get the cards of it or whatever. And they have a Reinhardt. Your Gallon has a Reinhardt cursed. The Reinhardt has to attack Gallon first. He can't kill your Estarossa now. So now you also Estarossa gets sold. Let's say you go up against a fast Gother. Gallon coerces him. Now his AoE debuff doesn't debuff, and now he can only ult reduce Gallon, and he can't ult reduce anyone else. You get it on like Trader Melee, right? Then Trader Melee can't attack into your Estarossa. It's so strong. It's just such a strong ability. Coerce is just such a strong ability, and then he also has an AoE and bleed. Even though his card doesn't do much damage, it does rack up damage over time. So I'm gonna defend Gallon and actually put him here. I genuinely think he's better than, like, he's more usable than most of these units. Genuinely. Like, I think, like, even if you disagree, you can't tell me that I'm far off. Like, you can tell me, like, no. Like, the Ecstasy is so much better. You can't tell me. Like, there's no way. You could, like, argue, like, oh, I think I like Milim you could put there or whatever. Or, like, Goddess Liz or Chad King. You can argue those. I genuinely think Gallon's better, though. Anyway. That's it for the blue list. This one was a lot quicker because I didn't really go into like super detail. I mean, we can go into, I want to go talk about Estarossa real quick and just why he's just so broken. So he has this thing where like Netmarble use their brain, where what they didn't use with this guy. You see, if an ally is a demon or has a commandment, this is so horrible. If this was demon, he'd be so much better. Anyway, he does this. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. Increases like this would have been enough, I think. But then he also does this. Increase allies basic stats by 5% for every darkness and encroach effect enemies up to 10 times. So 50% basic stats, right? You do triple AoE, right? That means you have 9 darkness on them. That means you get a 45% increase on basic stats. And that's how you have Green Zelda's backline. And they're debuffed because they attack into your assault mode or whatever. Or you had like Green Saria Link, whatever. Or you're using Hendrickson, whatever, and you have like a lot of debuffs on them, right? You got like 70% basic stats. Hello? That's not balanced. And it's not balanced whatsoever. Like it is balanced somehow, but it's so strong. Right? Like your like average Estarossa will have like 450k health. It's so strong. And then his damage, I don't think I have to like talk about it. His commandment sucks. That's the only thing I don't like. Because so many demons you want to use of him, like Trader Melee and Sigurd, they want to have buffs. So like cucking them on buffs is really annoying, especially on Sigurd because he loses his snatch. Really annoying. But I mean, like this unit is just absolutely nuts, insane, like out of his mind. His ultimate's broken, and like probably the strongest ultimate in all of Grand Cross is nuts. Anyway, but that's it for the blue list now. Gonna go on the green list now. Woo! Good job.